Well, hello there, troopers, and welcome back to General Economics Bunker. How is everybody doing on this fine Wednesday night? Let me tell you, it's a great night to forget the green beans. You know, it is the perfect night for that. You know, smooth sailing all throughout every single major road in the city. Walmart was a breeze. I've never been
In and
such an
out,
easy
5 minutes.
checkout. Exactly, such an easy checkout process. It was redonkulous. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. I had to fight this old lady for the last can of green beans before here the holiday, and I am happy to report that I won. I only walked away with two broken ribs, so very much worth it. So yeah,
Lightweight.
that's why. Yeah, right. That's why we are here a little bit late. Well, actually, I'm a little bit late. Our good friend Mike here was right on time even before. So appreciate you, and welcome. We're gonna take this little segue to welcome our good friend Mike here, our co-host, the Dad Vader in the house. What is going on, man? What's up with you? Fighting over any
Uh,
cannery today?
Luckily, all I had to get was tea, unsweet tea. So in Texas, we really don't do that. But I got a family full of diabetics, so no, no fighting there. Pretty easy to get that.
Nice.
HEB, it was a little bit closer instead of the Walmart, but yeah,
Yeah.
pretty smooth for the most part. But traffic is a nightmare.
Yeah, yeah. So truth be told, the story itself actually was not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Plenty of people. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people. But mostly maybe because it's not 10 p.m. like when they're about to close. So maybe that's when the real chaos like starts. So there was a lot of people, but uh, the lines were flowing. But the parking lot is just everybody trying to get out at the exact same time. Uh,
Has
like I
your
said,
Walmart gone to the new swap for the Walmart layout to where it's mostly self checkout, where it's like
yeah,
two lines
just
that
about.
funnel. Y'all got that? Yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't got the, I guess, the bigger version of that where, like you said, two lines funnel in into like a wider area, right? We still got the two at the end, but now a lot of what used to be the cashier, uh, the human operated, right, like checkouts, they've started converting those to self checkouts. So it's like they're encroaching more and more, like with more self checkouts. And then I think there's like a Walmart Plus or whatever those that membership is called, like exclusive lane, or a couple of lanes maybe.
Mm-hmm.
To which I was like, wow, that's something. Is this how the 1% does it? Um, but yeah, so it's been kind of weird, layout lately. But like I said, it wasn't too crazy. It's just the parking lot, and then obviously every street is kind of jumbled up right now, and everybody going home or trying to get some last minute stuff, like myself. But yeah, we're getting here ready. We're actually keeping it very very small this year. Um, my parents were actually supposed to be here visiting, but unfortunately, my dad's not feeling that great, so they advised him not to travel. So he couldn't make it this year. And tomorrow is actually my wife's birthday, so it coincided this year with Thanksgiving, which is not great for celebrating because everything is shut down. Everything's closed tomorrow, so no.
Yep.
No real spot to take her out to eat or anything like that. And and the few spots that are open are either like fast food or you know not very like successful Chinese places. So which, hey, for
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm all about that. That's where I live. I like to live on the edge like that, but for her birthday and stuff, I was like, you know what, we'll just cook something here at home. Um but uh but yeah, how about Joel? You all doing the full 9 yards, turkey, everything?
Traveling down to the Corpus Christi area.
Oh,
I've
nice.
got my in-laws down there, and then I've got my family doing a noon. So it's going to be tough on the gut on the belt, but we're gonna pull through. We're gonna power through it, guys.
I was gonna say you got this. And yeah, I remember, guys, what the holiday is really all about: overeating, feeling morally bad, at the end of the day. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Go out there and over enjoy yourself, please. That's the real American way right there. So let me jump into the chat here. My dear accomplice, the Dad Vader, holding down the fort for me. So there you go. Forget the green bean casserole, run to Walmart, and then you're late, like me. Never fear, we are coming. So thank you for that. Sacred Word of the Day. Nice. I saw your post about that, by the way. Ultra Cutter in the house. Ooh, new profile pic. I dig it. Uh, Ultra Cutter in the house, and you may have noticed my YouTube profile image changed. Yeah, I just noticed as I changed it from Scorpion to Carter A259 from Halo Reach, represent one of my three namesakes. Nice. By the way, I owe you one of these. There you go. Ultra Carter in the house. Good swap, says the diabeter. Yeah, it looks pretty good actually.
Yep.
Also got our brother Archer from Nerd Affiliated, which by the way, I'm gonna hit you with another one of these because they just reached 2,000 subscribers over at the Nerd Affiliated YouTube channel. Congratulations. Very, very well deserved. Here's to 20K more. And if anybody here, for whatever reason, has not, you guys definitely need to go and type in on YouTube, Nerd Affiliated. You're going to find that same logo that you see here on screen. You're going to hit subscribe. You're going to watch some awesome videos. Also, which I haven't seen, so somebody looks like they got their two in the box from Hasbro, the HasLab for the Ghostbusters, which has been a bit of a debacle with the shipping. But it looks like our brothers from Nerd Affiliated have gotten theirs. I saw they posted a review, so I need to
Very
check
nice.
that. Ultra Carter saying hi to Nerd Affiliated. We also got Chris from The Man Collects. Good evening, all. What's going on, brother? Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Ultra Card saying hi to Chris. We got the man, the myth, the absolute legend that is Rolando. What's up? He says, thank you for joining, brother. Appreciate you. Marta saying hi. Also, thank you for joining. Rolando saying hi to everybody here. Ultra Card saying hi to Rolando. Great seeing you again, buddy. Ultra Card says, anyone prepared for Black Friday sales as the Jazzwares Vault has their Black Friday deal, especially on Halo figures, which I will be buying. Nice. Um, I know you're getting into a lot into the Halo series for Jazzwares. Micro Galaxy Squadron, is going to have some Vault offerings as well. I don't know. I'm really really trying to be good this shopping season. Um, but man, Micro Galaxy Squadron is definitely one of the lines that I'm very much invested right now. So I don't know anything
They-
for you from
yeah,
Jazzwares.
they got the wallet busting army building
Yeah,
set up like that.
I know.
Oh man, great price. And then like especially on the X-wings, like they showed them all out of the package with the pilot and the droid, and they're all different
You're all different.
figures.
Yeah,
Even the droids, you can tell the slight variation. It's like, oh man, come on, like that's a armor building dream. You don't have to paint them. I mean, maybe you want to weather them, but out
yeah,
of the
yeah.
package, good to go.
Dude, I know that's the thing, right? Like it's an actual squadron, right? Like it's an actual squad, which is awesome. Again, I don't know why we don't do things like that, more often. So earlier, I was actually at Ross. Um, Now Ross was chaos. Ross was just
Oh, I can
bombing.
imagine.
Yeah. Plenty of toys still. Nothing that I would say, like super exciting for us.
Have you seen
I
some of the posts from the community?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been seeing some of the good stuff they've been finding. I feel that I'm blanking out. Loyal subjects, with their best AXN line for TMNT. I kind of feel like they're taking the cake this time around.
Mhm.
They've been actually pretty good offerings, pretty good prices. I just saw a comic book Mikey in there, which wasn't that cheap though. To be honest, it was $12, I think. I forgot to take a picture of it because I was just running around. Um, which is not super cheap like the $10 price or $8 price, sorry, on the other ones. But it is a figure with a lot more accessories, so it's not bad. But I did see another E-wing, another Hot Wheels E-wing on it. And I'm like, man, I haven't even seen these at like Target or Walmart. Never even saw those pop up, and here they are. We I've seen him, I think 3 times by now at Ross, which is, it's just kind of funny how that works. We got
Definitely.
Rolando saying hi to Archer. Ultracar saying Rogue Toys will have their Black Friday sales on Friday. Have a schedule for deals, and it's only on this Friday. Get ready, especially for those who purchase from Rogue Toys. Nice, nice. Thank you for that. Rolando says I had to get pie crust, pie pan, pizza crust. All right, my man. That sounds pretty good. Actually, it's a good combination right there. There's a Rogue Toys in Utah. Rolando says, all right. Hey, look who it is. Jeff in the house. Appreciate you, brother, saying hello, Bunker Bunch. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Hope that you and your family are doing great and getting ready for, again, the overeating. Let's not forget what this is about. Rolando
America.
saying hi to Jeff. Yeah, right, exactly. Ultra Carlos doing the same. Look who it is. Our brother Elijah saying, what up, homies? What is going on, Elijah? Thank you so much for joining, man. Appreciate you. Jeff saying hi to Rolando and Ultra Luis in the house. Hello, General Economy. Everything going fine here. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Ultra Cross says, just in case you know it's Las Vegas, Nevada, where there are 3 Rogue Toys. I didn't know that. Live in Portland, Oregon, or Sanford, North Carolina. Get ready this Friday. Rogue Toys Black Friday sales. There you go. If you got any one of those near you, make sure that you tune in for their sales. Jeff saying, hey, we are alone, just me and the wife. We're not cooking, so PJ's a crappy Chinese food. Thankful for the community. Oh, there you go, man. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds awesome. That sounds pretty good. I was just telling Mike when we started the stream that we are gonna have something very kind of similar actually here at the house. This year, it's basically my wife, my kid, and my mother-in-law. My parents were supposed to be here, but my dad's not feeling great, so they couldn't travel this week. So it's also my wife's birthday tomorrow, and again, I was just saying how just about the only places open are sort of like the some fast food, right? Uh, and Chinese places, but like the not your A tier, Chinese places, like maybe the ones that aren't doing so great normally.
The C
Um,
squad's gonna be out full blast. Maybe a B. Might get a B up in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But
I was gonna say maybe you get a B in there, but you kind of have to dig through them.
yep.
Um, so yeah, dude. I feel you, Jeff, and that sounds good, man. I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with hanging back, with the wife, and you know, again, as long as you're overeating, everything is fine. You're embracing the holiday spirit. Rolando saying hi to Elijah and Luis. Rolando says Elijah. Jeff says Elijah. Flex says Jeff. And we got the newly rebranded our friend Aboard the Venator. Welcome, welcome. So if you haven't, definitely go check out Aboard the Venator all across social media and here on YouTube. Aboard the Venator, formerly known as McClunky Cast, for those of you wondering. So great, great friend, great content. Um, he started. I don't know if you've seen it, but he started doing this sort of like how do you call it, like news uh anchor setting. He's got this new studio that he I don't know if he's renting, bought it. He probably bought it because he's rich, and it's like it's literally a green screen room. Like the entire thing is like green screen. So it's him, and then all kinds of awesome like graphics and stuff like that, like switching in the background. It's pretty dope. I'm not jealous. So yeah, if you haven't, definitely go check out Aboard the Venator here on YouTube and let him know that the good general sent you. We also got Big John in the house. Howdy, boys. Big John reporting in. What is going on, man? Hope everything is great. Hope that you didn't forget the green beans like I did. So everything lined up for tomorrow. Ultracar says, anyone who lives in West Jordan, Utah near Rogue Toys, be prepared. Rogue Toys Black Friday deals only this Friday. Nice. What's up, squad? Says the Vader pulling double duty. Appreciate you. Also, if I forgot to acknowledge, but we are also live on Instagram. through the Dad Vader. So if you are on Instagram watching us over there, thank you. You are also part of the Bunker Bunch. And if you are catching us on the replay, very much the same thing. We thank you for coming out here and checking us out. Aboard the Venator, says Rolando. Ultracar says, but note that discount code can only be valid this Friday. All right. Did I skip one? Yes, sorry. But you guys don't live near Rogue Toys or the places where they're located. Rogue Toys do have a discount code to order online. Nice. So make sure you check it out, but you can only use it on Friday. Rolando saying hi to Big John. Man, I am falling behind. Chat is on fire
Chat's
tonight.
moving.
Appreciate
Yep.
Joe. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are home and didn't forget. The can of green beans like I did and had to go out there and fight in the masses. For any Funko Pop collector out there in the chat, Rogue Toys will have buy one get one free. Oh, that's pretty good. Funko Pops all day, only this Friday. Yo, Rolando says aboard the Venator. Ultracross says, Nerdtoy does have certain items on Black Friday. Unfortunately, some of them either don't interest me or some of them have sold out or still be too pricey. Yeah, I haven't bought from Nerdtoy in a little while, actually. I used to get a lot of my Marvel Legends from him. I collect the Spider-Man ones, on the retro card. And he used to get them pretty good, pretty consistent, good price. And I always try to support, obviously, stores rather than bigger corporations. So I used to order pretty much all, like I ordered like maybe 5 or 6 figures from him. No issues, they always showed up great. Only one time I think well, I don't know if it was him personally, but his team, let's say, messaged me saying that the figure was not great. So they were like, "Hey, we're gonna hold on until we actually get you a in shape, one, like the packaging and stuff, because this one just arrived messed up from Hasbro, right, or from their distributor, which I thought was very cool. So there was a delay. Don't get me wrong, but I ended up getting a well, I would say pretty much mint figure, from them. So I always appreciated that from them. But it's been a little while. I've really toned it down with the pre-orders as of late. I didn't realize, but I so remember how Hasbro Pulse has their like premium, membership thing.
Yep.
So I used to have that, and I had that for like 2 years, and I guess I did get a notice. I didn't pay attention to it, but it expired like back in March or something like that for me, and I haven't really felt the need to like resubscribe.
Re-up it.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe next time there's a HasLab or something like that interests me. Um, maybe that'll make me pay for it because it kind of helps you with the free shipping. That was cool. But yeah, since I haven't been doing a lot of pre-orders, I've been just taking it, one piece at a time. But yeah, I hear you, Ultra Carter. Like I said, I haven't checked out Nerdzoic store in a good while, actually, a few months now.
I mean, that's pretty awesome that they did take care of you and saw that the card was damaged or potentially I hate going like when we're hunting and we find the figure we're looking for, but then you look at the paint on like the face and it's like his eyes are like offset. You're like, oh god damn it, that's the one I need, but I don't want this one.
Yeah, exactly. And again, right, we've said it here plenty of times, but as figures get more and more expensive, you're like, dude, I become more and more like particular about about what I'm getting, right? Because I'm spending more dollars on it. So yeah, I think a lot of the times what I've been doing now is we got plenty of toy shows or mini mall conventions here in town. So a lot of times if I'm actually looking for something, I'll just wait to see it like in person, right, at one of those, and try to pick it up from a local vendor. And for the most part, that's worked out okay. There are some, as again, as everybody here can relate, that kind of do mark it up, a little bit too much. And I'm like, I love to support you, but I'm not gonna pay $40 for a figure that's 25.
Still at retail. Yeah,
exactly. And it's still like I can go to Amazon right now and like order it, right? Or Hasbro or whatever. So it's one of those things that I'm like, it's got to make sense, right, for both. So, but like I said, I've been trying to go that route, and for the most part, I don't feel like I've missed out or anything. Um, I think the only thing that I feel I've missed out this year was San Diego Comic Con. Um, I don't know if you guys remember this. It feels like it was like a year ago, but it was only a few months ago. Um, the Micro Galaxy Squadron exclusive, which was the X-wing and the Tie Fighter, but they were in the arcade packaging, and they had the crazy like neon colors to them to mimic the old school arcade game for Star Wars. I thought that was so cool. I really wanted those just because they were so to me they were original, right? Like
Hmm.
I haven't really seen something like that.
I haven't seen those
Um,
pop up anywhere either, like
no, I have not
eBay
either.
or
No,
uh,
no, I
secondhand. I mean,
haven't.
I think eventually they will, but
Oh
how
yeah,
long you got to wait, I don't know.
yeah, yeah. And I want to say they made a small quantity. Don't quote me on this, but I think there was only like 500 of them. So there's a few of them out there. Um, I haven't seen it in conventions yet. I'm sure it's just a matter of time. But yeah, that one I had a couple of friends actually out there in at the show at San Diego Comic Con, and they tried a couple of days, but they would sell out like immediately. So
Hmm.
um, so yeah, I missed out on that one. But like I said, aside from that, I don't feel like I've been having trouble finding figures in general. It might take a little bit, a little bit of time, but overall, I think it's been fine. Let's see. Wow, I am falling behind. All right, I gotta do my job here. Let's see. Look who it is. We got Tony from Star Wars Sith. ICC baby. Yes, sir. We're gonna talk about that for sure. Let's go.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Ultracard says hi to board vendor and to Tony. Jeff saying sorry about Pops, man. Hope he feels better soon. Yep. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's up. Tony says, "What's up, Ultra?" Michelle Nooney, what is going on? Saying, "Yo, everyone, how you doing, Michelle? Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and thank you for stopping by last week, right? When we had our open mic, that was very very cool. So appreciate y'all. We also got see
It
the
was a good
Happen
time.
Star
Very
Wars
good time.
podcast. Hey, that's the Dadalorian. What's up, guys? What's going on, man? I did I know that was your handle? Not too sure, but appreciate you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Jeff saying just sub to aboard the vendor. Hey, appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you so much. Yes, so aboard the vendor, guys, aka, well, I should say formally. It's like Prince, right? Formerly known as McClunky Cast. A good friend of the channel here for a couple of years now. So if you haven't, I would greatly appreciate it if you check out aboard the vendor. Michelle Looney says, Rolando. Johnny says, do y'all think there will be a SpaceCon 2 next year? I had a lot of fun. All right. So,
Them
yes.
some big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Big shoes.
So, here's what little I know. I don't have the inside track, all right? Let me just flat out say that. So, the only thing I know is yes, there will be a SpaceCon next year. And the theory right now is that it's gonna trade places with Superhero Con. So, um, so SpaceCon might become the summer convention, and then Superhero will become the fall, right? So in the October sort of range. Again, that's not. I don't think that's official yet, or they haven't really said anything. I haven't seen it. But that's about all I know. But it's a pretty safe bet, Big John, that there will be another SpaceCon. They they went all out for the first time because they really wanted to establish right a name, and I think they achieved that because everybody was buzzing this year about SpaceCon.
The bars
Um,
here,
oh,
like,
dude, I
how
don't
do
know how they're
you
gonna do it. Yeah,
go into the stratosphere?
exactly right. I mean,
Or
you had
camel.
the big, you had yeah, exactly. You had the big three, right? Which is just about as good as it gets, honestly. I mean, short of having Mark Hamill, right, being one, Harrison Ford, which is next to impossible, right?
Impossible.
Yeah. Um, or like John Williams,
Samuel
popping in,
Samuel Jackson.
or Samuel L. Jackson, exactly. Yeah. Um, that's about it, right? I mean,
Bucket
there's
list.
only,
I mean,
yeah, exactly, bucket list people. So there's only a handful of people that I think we could consider as being above, right, the big three right now. So I don't know. I'm not sure if they're gonna go more specialized because I felt they had a really good offering this year. I mean, Star Wars was definitely top, but Star Trek was actually
Star
really
Trek.
good
Yeah,
too. It was very solid. And
they're running out of time with the uh,
yeah,
John like his
Patrick.
name, John Luke
Yeah,
Patrick Stewart.
yeah, Patrick Stewart.
He's
Agreed.
getting older, but man, if they were to
Yeah.
bring him,
Oh,
like
dude,
hands
I
down,
would.
I'm living there until I get that autograph.
Same. Yeah, absolutely same, dude. Like um, I mean, obviously Picard, but I mean, come on, Professor X. I mean, that's the Professor X I grew up with, in movies.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I totally agree. But again, there's only like almost literally a handful of names, right, that can top what they did this year. Um, I think they can pull off a few. I'm not gonna lie. I think they got enough pull and enough cash,
No, that's
to
the big
bring some
factor
of
right
that,
there.
yeah, to bring some of that people, in. But still,
George
man, I
Lucas, why
mean,
not? Just bring
yeah,
George
right,
Lucas.
yeah,
Let's
exactly. I mean,
go all out.
honestly, how do, like, where do you go from this year's like insane lineup? Michelle saying hi to Rolando. Rolando saying hi to Sid Happens. Hi, General, says Josue. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you joining, man. Funko Pop Girl here. There you go. So they're gonna have a good buy one get one free uh Black Friday deal. So Josue says Rolando. Award the winner says appreciate the kind words. Didn't plan to do the news anchor stuff until last minute, but it was fun. Have a 4 camera setup for the ghost when he gets here. Dang! So I'm stoked. So this gentleman basically built a full-on, movie studio to do the HasLab Ghost review, and I can't wait. Uh, Once again,
I mean,
as you
it's
know,
big enough.
oh yeah, absolutely. So he definitely needs the space. I didn't back it, so I will not be doing a review. So avoid the Venator. I will be living vicariously through you. So can't wait. And Tony, because I know Tony ordered like 3 or 4 of those. Um, Ultra Carter says, last time I ordered from Nerdstoic was 6 days before my birthday, and unfortunately, he sold out of Marvel Legends, Deadpool, and Wolverine figures, not the civilian. Oh, dang it. That kind of sucks. He does well. I don't know. I don't know how much he's grown, right? But he used to keep obviously pretty low numbers, in order to cut down at least a little bit on his overhead. But like I said, I always had good experiences with him. It's just I'm kind of definitely toned down the online ordering, right, this year. Rolando wasting no time and dropping Sid Happens Star Wars podcast YouTube link right there. So make sure that everybody check it out. Same thing for Tony's right there. Star Wars Sith. Big John says, y'all think there'll be it was definitely a crazy first time experience for me, dude. They cleaned you out, brother. I saw that towards the end of the show. Johnny had like a jug of water and like some
His
random
shoe.
stuff from random stuff from his house, like like a plant in a pot and like a salt shaker. He's like, dude, I ran out of everything like 2 days ago. So Big John did good, and with good, very well deserved is what I'm trying to say, because all his creations are top notch. So
Top
I'm
notch,
glad that
definitely.
I'm glad that the show went well for you, Big John. Rolando dropping aboard the Banner's YouTube channel right there, along with Nerd Affiliated. And again, guys, if you haven't, Nerd Affiliated just hit 2K. So let's get the road started to 3K. All right. So if you haven't, make sure that you subscribe to our brother Archer from Nerd Affiliated. Also, Rolando dropping the man collects. He doesn't need help though. He's doing great. Just kidding. Goes up. Rolando also dropping Michelle Looney's Instagram. Make sure you check out her art. Thanks, Rolando, says Tony. Rolando dropping Elijah's Instagram and Martha's. Thank you, Rolando, says Michelle. And also, of course, the Dad Vader here, which leads me to a little segue here, because I do want to remind you. Oh, where are we? I do want to remind you that we do have a giveaway in process. All right, y'all got just about a week to get in. We're doing pretty good. I think we got we're somewhere close to like 30 entries, I believe, the last time I checked. There might be a couple here and there. So again, you still got plenty of time. You still got about a week to enter, but the rules are pretty simple. You got to follow the Dad Vader, which is right there on the chat. So that's it. You just go follow that link and you hit follow. So on Instagram, you will also need to be following the Instagram for the channel right here, general.kenobis.bunker. And then the last step, which is very important, you got to go to the YouTube channel, check out our panel with Matt Wood. All right. And in there, in that video, you got to comment. Okay. Don't forget that. You got to comment what is your favorite Star Wars sound effect. And then that's it. So we will be giving away 3 items for 2 people. Basically, there will be 2 winners. First place will win the Bad Batch 4-pack of clones. Well, 3 clones and a trooper. Technically, not a clone. Still, from the Vintage Collection. Again, pretty good pack. I did a quick review on it here on the channel. If you haven't checked it out, appreciate it if you would. And courtesy of the Dad Vader, we got a Shock Trooper for Black Series. And then our second place, also from Black Series, will get a 2-pack from the Book of Boba Fett. You will get Cobb Band and Cad Bane. Pretty good figures. Pretty good figures. So again, don't forget to enter the giveaway. There's still time. We will be drawing winners here next week. I would like to tell you next Wednesday, but I just realized that we actually do have a little bit of a pre-engagement there, which actually let me pull that up. Might as well. So December 4th, okay, 6 p.m. Eastern. Nilda, who's, by the way, happy birthday to Nilda. That's today. So if you haven't, go wish her happy birthday. So this is for you, Nilda, wherever you are, in whatever state you are right now. So happy birthday, Nilda.
Intoxicated.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in whatever state of consciousness you might be. So big hugs to Nilda, and many more years. And so we are gonna be part of this pretty awesome interview. We're going to be talking to Marty Matolis from Skeleton Crew. And yes, we're going to talk about Skeleton Crew tonight. But that is going to happen on December 4th, 6 p.m. Eastern. As you can see, it will be, of course, Nilda. It will be on Nilda's channel. It will be Tiara from Crafting on Ilum, and then myself, which my favorite part of this thumbnail is how they put me smaller than everybody else, because they're like, yeah, no, we don't need to see you.
You're a tiny one.
Exactly. Which is funny because I'm probably, the biggest one. And by big, I mean overweight. Anyway, not the point. And so, yeah, guys, so we will be drawing winners next week for our giveaway. So you still got time. Again, during the holidays, tomorrow, when you're just before you enter a food coma, make sure that you enter the giveaway. All right. Again, you got to follow the Dad Vader on Instagram. Got to follow General Kenobi's Bunker on Instagram. Go to General Kenobi's Bunker, YouTube. Go to the video for Matt Wood interview over at SpaceCon, the panel that we did. And in there, comment, what is your favorite Star Wars sound effect? That's it. You will have an opportunity to win one of the 2 main prizes, obviously. And if I didn't say it before, this is a free giveaway. We will cover shipping. So, come on, what do you got to lose?
Why not?
So
Nothing
exactly,
to lose.
It's easy. It's very, very easy.
Speaking of the second prize that we got,
Yes.
To me, were those 2 the standout performances from the show?
I kind of think so.
To me, it was.
I kind of agree with you because, and in case you don't know what we're talking about, so this guy's here, right? So Cobb Band. So okay, first of all, Cobb Band just steals the scene, right? Like he just, first of all, that's a good looking man, all right, and he just wears the whole like space cowboy thing very well, all right. Not to mention, he was wearing Boba Fett's armor, right, when we first met him, which I gotta be honest with you, that does a lot for me. All right, somebody shows up wearing Boba Fett armor. I'm just saying, that's quite a few points in my scale.
Now I know what to do for ICC.
Hey, I'm telling you, dude. Like when he showed up, like, and then he takes off the helmet and he looked like his hair is like insanely perfect. I'm like, who are you? Like you, this is not fair. Um, a little bit diminished, obviously, on his return on Book of Boba Fett when he didn't have the armor. We know why he doesn't have it, but still, a very cool character, very Western, obviously, very Western inspired, just like Cat Bane, right? So I actually thought that was a little bit of genius, to be honest with you, to pin them together.
Hmm.
Um, you have the lawman, and you got the renegade, the bounty hunter, the gun for hire, as it will be. Yeah, I enjoyed those. I did think Cat Bane could have looked a little bit better. I didn't think he looked bad per se, but I know a lot of people did, by the way. But man, he sounded great. I
Yep.
really liked the way he sounded. Um, so
I mean,
yeah,
for a practical effect, that's really tough to.
agreed.
And we only have the source material from what we know, from the animated, and obviously that's not going to be 100% translated. But I thought they did a pretty good job. I mean, you
I thought
saw
so
him, you
too.
instantly recognize the character, and then obviously the voice acting of it was spot on to me. So
Yeah,
uh,
exactly.
tip my hat to them.
It's funny you literally just said that, because I was gonna say, I think honestly my main complaint was the hat. Was his hat. I just kind of felt it was a little bit too small, because again, in Clone Wars, right? Like, very different. It's animated. I know. Yes, exactly. It's very over the top, very exaggerated, right? So I
Reminds me of the
wanted.
Three Amigos with their
Yeah,
big old hats.
exactly. That is exactly right. Um, so it's funny you literally said that, because that's kind of like just my only sort of gripe, with the look. I thought he looked great. He sounded, like I said, amazing, and yeah, his performance was good. His intro was great, right? Like, um, so yeah, I really like both of these characters, showing up. Uh, Regardless of how you feel about Book of Boba Fett, I think these two were definitely some of the most enjoyable, characters right in there.
Definitely
Um,
Star Wars project. There's good, there's bad, but there's always the diamond in the rough that we
oh,
get. And
absolutely.
to me, those two killed it with the 2-pack. I got the Boba Fett armor first, and I just kept that one because I thought that was a cool look. And then the 2-pack came out, and I was like, man, do I really want to buy the watered down
Yeah,
version? And then I have like tons of the other one, like from the different series. I think what is it? The Rebels. I've got that one. The Book of Boba Fett.
oh
I got
yeah.
that one.
Hmm.
I think they did them one more time too for the was it Clone
Was it Bad
Wars?
Batch? No.
Well, I've got that one.
um
I think there's 3 total
it might be.
or 4 now with that 2-pack. So
Yeah, to be 100% transparent with you, this 2-pack I actually got on clearance at Target. So
I
that's.
I had it in my hand when it was
Oh
on
yeah.
clearance, and I was like, I
Yeah.
already have one
Yeah.
figure and then a ton of the other one. Do I need this? Do I really need it? And I
Right.
think I put it down and I grabbed. Oh, I forgot what I grabbed, but I grabbed something else, and I think I still have that in the box. And I'm like, I should have just picked
Nice.
up this one.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good figures. Like I said, I don't want to lie to you. I think I got it for $20, or was it $18? I don't remember exactly right now. No, you know what? I take that back. I remember now, because
Yeah,
my
somewhere around there.
because I think my wife's the one who found this one, and it was down to like 12.50. I think that's what it was. Now I remember. Because again,
Ooh,
I never found it,
even
but
better.
the wife did. Yeah, yeah. She always does way better.
The
Um,
master of finding everything. Yep.
Dude, seriously, like effortlessly. So another thing I do want to touch on, and Tony started talking about it here, but here we go. We do have our ICCC for next year. All right, guys. So May 16th through the 18th, right? So it's back to a 3-day event. ICCC, the Imperial Commissary Collectors Con, um, is happening next year. We are back in the May month of happening. Remember, this year was in October, so May of next year. The venue is this what you see here on screen. The hotel block is already available, and my understanding is that that day we crashed the site, for the hotel. So make sure that you jump on if you're thinking about it. Even if you're not too sure if you're going, my advice is book it. You don't have to pay right now. You do have to provide a credit card, just letting you know. But they won't charge you right now. And I think you can cancel. Oh man, was it the day before or like 2 days before? I forget right now what the grace period is, but it's pretty close to the event, right? So by then, I would think everybody knows if they're going to be able to make it or not, right? So yeah, so check it out. It is going to be a not the same hotel as this year. We talked about it here last week. That there was some uh, um, changes that didn't flow very well with what we wanted to do or what Mike wanted to do, and so we changed the location, but we do have a little bit more perks, this time around with the host hotel. So first of
We
all, you
got
get free
omelets, baby.
yeah, exactly. You got free breakfast with omelets, free drinks at the reception, each night, I believe. And again, the cool thing is that you get to hang out with all the guests. No guests announced yet, okay? Before you ask, no guests yet. But you know how Mike does these things. You know it's gonna be a good lineup. Is he gonna do Mandalorian? Is he gonna do animated shows? Is he gonna do prequels? We don't know, right? He always tries to sort of make it sort of theme, right? Like follow a theme with his guest. So I'm very much looking forward to those announcements. But like I said, make sure that you jump on the reservations for the hotel. Okay. I wonder if we can just check it out here real quick. So you gotta head to the website again, May 16th to the 18th. That is when the convention is happening this time around. Let's see. Let's try to reserve a hotel. Let's see if there's even. So book a room. There should be still some available. So as I was trying to get it, okay. So yeah, here we go. I was trying to get the what was it called, like the premium or something like that suite, and I had it in the cart, and it kept saying it wasn't available, and I did it like twice, and I was like, you know what? So I left the page, came back, and it was like gone, like it was like sold out. I was like, dude, like what happened? Like in the first like 10 minutes. I did book a room, for the show. So if you notice here, these are the prices in case you're wondering, right? Again, you don't have to stay here, right? You don't have to stay at the host hotel. There's plenty of hotels around, or like Airbnb and stuff. But the advantage of being at the host hotel is, one, a lot of us are going to be there, so you get to hang out with us. Two, the guests of the convention are usually at the host hotel, right? So you kind of get to chill out with them too, which is a very, very cool part of the experience. So once again, just remember May 16, 17, and 18. Tickets go on sale. What is that? Is that Sunday, I think? Yes, Sunday, December 1st.
December 1st, correct. December 1st.
Yeah. And also, excuse me, choking on my own spit. Also, that day will be open for vendors, for artists, booths, and press like us, club badges, and I want to say, I don't know if the volunteer application is open that day too. I mm, mm, mm. No, I think you can submit already. So here it is. If you want to
I
be a
was about to
volunteer,
say,
yeah,
volunteers already open with rooms.
there you go. So make sure that if you're going to be attending the show, or if you live near, um, the city, maybe you can volunteer, be part of the crew. Get some perks, get obviously entry. Get to hang out with some awesome people. So there it is, the ICCC again, May 16th to the 18th of 2025, and I'm so glad they picked those dates, dude. Because we were talking about, we were talking about when in May, right? It could happen. And I was like, please don't make it May the 4th, because that's like the next weekend after Japan, for me. I was like, I can't swing that. I can't do that. And then the following one is basically Mother's Day, right? So I was like, I don't know if I can do that either. So luckily he stayed away from Memorial Day, right, which is the last weekend. So I feel that this was the only sort of logical, choice for a May weekend. So very much looking forward to it. Again, let us know if you guys are heading out there. Um, as of right now, I'm going. Like I said, that's the plan. Mike, I think, is working on it. Is highly considering this show, which is a great show. We've talked about it here quite a bit.
I'm
So
already
yeah,
chasing flights,
yeah,
chasing the
yeah,
flight,
yeah. I need to
tracking
do
them.
that. I absolutely need to do that because this year I ended up spending way too much for flights, and that was not cool. Um,
Was it
okay,
the
so
Chicago one that got you?
no, Chicago one was cheap, man. Chicago was like 270 round trip.
Or
Um,
was it ICC that
direct,
you were
yeah,
procrastinating?
yeah. So, well, I procrastinated on Chicago too, but that played in my favor
It paid off.
because it just went, yeah, it just went cheaper. But yeah, Nashville didn't cooperate. So yeah, I need to hunt down some of those flights for sure. I don't know. Do they got Black Friday sales right now going on? I haven't seen, but
I
um,
haven't checked that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so let's jump right into Skeleton Crew, guys. So we first of all, they moved up the date. All right, so just in case you haven't seen this, uh, the show will be premiering on Monday, December 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So again, just in case you haven't heard, I'm pretty sure most of us here are aware, but just wanted to cover this so that you don't miss it because I'm pretty sure spoilers are going to be flying around quite a bit. Also, if you, well, it's a little bit late now, but they're actually going to be showing the first two episodes in theaters on Monday at a very few select cities throughout the country. So make sure to check that out. We didn't look like, we were not in luck this time around. None in San Antonio. Closest, I think, is Pflugerville, right? Which is basically Austin area.
Austin. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, man, I thought about it because I kind of had the hookup for it. But I'm like, dude, it's a work night, like by the time I get
Mhm.
back and all that, I'm like, and it's a busy time at work today. This season, I mean, or this next few weeks. So I'm like, I don't know, I can do it. I was like, I would have loved to, but I can't. So yeah, so I more than likely, unless something drastically changes in the next, like, 2 days, right? But I probably won't be doing this in theaters. But it is kind of cool that we're all going to be watching it just about the same time. So that's going to happen again. They're releasing on Monday, 2 episodes. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. I'm kind of liking the decent, hour of the show now, not the 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. type of thing that we had before. Um, so yeah, let me know if you all are planning to watch it, the day of. Um, I think most of us will, right? Because come that first morning after, there's gonna be spoilers galore, right? So
Oh yeah.
so yeah, let me jump back into the chat. Jeez.
They don't
All
give you a
right.
break.
Yeah, man. Seriously, it's like one after the other. I got a little bit lost already. Where am I? Okay, here we go. We got Michelle saying, my pleasure. Thank you. So, as I mentioned, she did join us last week for our open mic, which was very, very fun. If you haven't, I highly advise that you check out that show like last week, episode 90. Can you believe that? We're at episode 91. Nuts. We had an awesome open mic night where plenty of our content creator friends, joined us here on the stage. It was a blast. So if you haven't, I would appreciate it if you check it out. We got Frizzy in the house. Frizzy saying, who do you think will headline celebration? My guess is Diego Luna. Diego is going to be there. He already said he's going to be there for sure. I don't know if he's going to be, top name there. I don't know. I mean, Andor is for sure the closest project, right, for celebration, for release. Sorry, right after celebration. But it's also episode 3, 20th anniversary, right? So Natalie Portman, maybe,
Oh,
you know, that that I will spend money on. I'm not gonna lie. That I will, yeah. That credit card is gone. If she
melted.
goes. Yep. Yeah. I am. Yep. I'm definitely pre-ordering that if she goes. Ewan Hayden. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I probably would skip. All right. I probably would skip at Japan just because obviously the Japanese fans don't get as many opportunities as we do. So I'm sure they're gonna flock to the opportunity of pictures and autographs. Uh, but Natalie Portman, dude, that's bucket list right there. So yeah, um,
Hmm.
fingers crossed. Who knows? But Diego for sure. I'm I might actually try to get an autograph from him. I got a picture with him when he was here over the summer, which was very cool because that was his first actual convention, right? He has only done Celebration before that, so I thought that was very very cool. So yeah, we'll see. But it's a pretty safe bet. Diego will be there for sure. Tony says, "I order one. One, relax. I'm gonna unbox it live. I don't know how or where, but it will be live. Yes, sir. Oh, I believe you. You got this." He's talking about the Haslab Ghost. You order one for
He's
unboxing.
gonna need
You didn't
more room
say.
than that. Yeah, one to
Yo, yeah,
unbox, one to keep in the box, one to
exactly.
display, one to
Yeah,
give
one to
away because that's
trade.
how he does it.
One to trade. The figures for. Which, hey, let me know what you want for those. Sid happens says, "I almost never order online. Love the thrill of finding stuff in stores." Yeah, man, same. Um, and I will admit I've always been what's the word, like, candid, I guess, about it. FOMO did get to me, a few times, and so I would jump on the pre-orders. I'm like, no, I gotta have this. And again, don't get me wrong. I've said it before, and I will say it again. If you like a product, right? If you're like, okay, you know what? I've been waiting for the Droidica Black Series for years, right? I've wanted this
Mm.
thing for years. Maybe try to buy that at retail. Maybe try to show some love that way, right? Try to buy that for full price, uh, because we're all chasing a deal, right? We're all chasing the discounts. We all want to pay less for the stuff that we like, but at the same time, eventually, um, if that line just doesn't make money, guess what? They're gonna start making less and less, and then it's gone. Exactly. And we've seen it happen, right? Kind of like the way it happened for Lightning Collection for Power Rangers, right? That line is kind of gone now. So just keep that in mind. Again, I'm not saying, oh, I'm rich, I can buy everything at full retail. Definitely not. But I am saying that every so often when they put out something, you're like, you know what? That's a good character. That's a good mold. That's something I didn't know I wanted, but now I'm very excited about it. Maybe try to pick it up, at full price. Support the line, that way every so often. Because yeah, if we all wait for clearance, if we all wait for the bargain bins, eventually the line is just gonna go away. Um, so like I said again, I do most of my hunting at Ross now, so I'm not saying like, oh, go out and splurge. I'm just saying show some love every so often. Hola cholas says collect to disconnect. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming in. uh Sid happens says that is that on all your pages. I love to share the giveaway. Yes, so the giveaway is posted on my Instagram, on dyslexic, on Mike's Instagram, the Dad Vader. And I appreciate it, man. Thank you for sharing that. We got Josh from Facebook saying, "Done, man. Hopefully, have a shot to win." Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yes, honestly, I think everybody has a pretty good shot because there's, like I said, last time I counted, I want to say it was less than 30 entries, which in my book that's pretty good odds.
It's
We
pretty
do
good.
have two. We are gonna have two winners, so it's pretty good. Hello there, says Pablo. What's going on, man? Black Star 9 in the house. Appreciate you joining, man. Thank you so much. Rolando dropping some links that you definitely need to check out. We got Hyperspace Heroes podcast. Hey, hey. So again, guys, I'm catching up. So we did cover this a little bit. So he says, "What's up? Have you talked about ICC posting dates and hotel block being on sale?" Yes, I did. You going? Are you guys going to be out there? Hyperspace says Rolando. Rolando, how's it going? Says Hyperspace, and he also drops their Instagram. So make sure you check him out. Yes, Rolando, you are the most powerful moderator here in YouTube. We've said it many, many times. We'll say it many, many more. Hyperspace says a cup band brought the sexy dude, right? I'm telling you, dude. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The
Rewatch
walk, the
those,
swag. Whew.
dude. Yeah, just the demeanor, the slick hair. Like I said, that again, Mandalorian armor, Boba Fett armor definitely helps, but the man's got it. The man can wear it. Maria saying, "Te amo, yo te amo, amor." That's my wife. She's putting the kid to bed. Nerd Squadron in the house. Chris, aka General Grievous, just because he collects so many awesome lightsabers that it's kind of
For real.
yeah, dude. That one he showed last week. Oh my lord, when he started pulling it apart, that Obi-Wan with the internals and the kyber. Oh, dude, that thing was insane. So thank you, appreciate you, Chris. Thank you for joining. Dad Vader, let's go. He says, "Got my room reserved. Let's run it back." Yes, sir. Hey, we all gotta get connecting adjacent rooms, right? And just make like one huge like slumber party.
Super
Exactly.
room.
Yeah, definitely. Hyperspace says we almost got run over by Warwick walking the hallways. Why not at this year? Yeah, dude, he would not stop for anybody. He was just zipping about. And I've said it before, but man, it was awesome. So I took a picture with him, and he arrives on his little hoverboard. The man does not get off for the picture, and I was like, "All right, so I guess this is happening." So, so I got my picture with him. He's still on his hoverboard. He's like, "Nope, I'm comfortable here." That's awesome. Ricardo, what is going on, man? Appreciate you joining, man. Hey, General Economic Dad Vader. Sorry I'm late. My internet's lagging tonight. No worries, man. You're right on time. Ricardo, great to see you, buddy, says Ultra Carter. Hey, Carter, good seeing you, my friend. Roland, say hi to Maria. Oops. Ricardo, say hi to Rolando. Rolando. That's funny. As some of you guys already know, which I've mentioned, Dave's mentioned Rebels live. I will not watch Skeleton Crew as it does not interest me, and I lost interest in new Star Wars show. That's all right, man. There's still plenty of Star Wars for everybody. Not to worry. Goonies in space. Let's go. Ultracrowd says, whatever we watch over Skeleton Crew is rewatching Terminator Zero. Series better than Acolyte, and it appealed to me a lot, especially Iko and Misaki, who are two of my favorite characters. Ricardo says, I'm going to do what I do with every Star Wars show. Watch the first 3 episodes and take it from there. Smart, man. Yeah. Give it a shot. Who knows? Maybe it surprises us. Maybe
give it a little sippy sip, see if you like it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Hey, you never know until you try it, I guess. But I'm still, I think the majority of the people are kind of on the same boat, right? They're like, you know what? It looks fun. That's like the recurring comment, right? And I'm kind of here for it. I'm kind of liking it because I don't think we need to look into it too much. Pablo saying, if you do the wife, will be jealous. Yeah, I know, right? Tony says, Nila says she's gonna call and try to get all our rooms next to each other. There you go. For ICCC, let's go slumber party. Hey, look who it is, Bryant in the house. Definitely going to ICC. Dude, let's do it, man. I'm very, very much excited to hanging out with all of y'all. Okay, so we got a new release date for the for Skeleton Crew first 2 episodes, right? They're gonna be here on Monday. Which I think it's a pretty good way to kick off December, let's get into the holiday spirit.
Definitely.
And, nothing says more holiday than Star Wars. But
are they going to keep it on Mondays, or are they going to shift it to like Wednesday?
That's a good question. Actually,
Wednesday was
that is a good question. Right? Where is yes? Normally it's Wednesday. It was going to be Wednesday, I think, this time around. That's a good question. They might shift it back. Trying to find, somebody had posted the dates, I think. Let me see if I can find him here. Weekly episodes every Tuesday, starting on December 10th. All right, so It looks like it's gonna be Tuesday. Interesting.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. They did release yet another little clip. I think we've all seen plenty of clips right at this point, and those who haven't is because they don't want to. So I am gonna spoil a little bit just to talk about my next point. So the two kids, the little blue Dumbo, and the human kid, right, are playing. They're actually playing lightsabers, which I thought was super cute because they're playing like, well, they're playing like us, right?
Yep.
They got their little handles, and they just go like. But here's a level of detail that I kind of liked. And again, sorry to everybody about the spoilers if you haven't. I'll just dive deep into this one and then we'll move on. They they make the, I don't want to say they're wrong, but their lightsabers, their lightsaber sounds don't sound like actual lightsabers. And I was thinking about it. I was like, man, why would that be? And then I'm like, you know what? It's because it's a little bit like reverse meta. So these kids, they're in the universe, right? So they know about Jedi, but they've never met one. Uh, there's probably no movies about Jedi, right? At this point. So I'm like, they know what a lightsaber is, but they don't really know how it sounds, right? If that makes any sense. We know how it sounds, right? Because we've seen the movies. But I'm like, I'm kind of liking that, like that sort of level of thought, on some of the designs. So I think it's cool. And again, it just kind of adds to that nice vibe that this show has going on. I think we're gonna enjoy it. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We kind of need that, all right? We as a fandom, I think we just need to have
Definitely.
fun this time around. Uh, we just kind of need to have fun. Try not to, sink our teeth into it too much, and then hopefully we will have an enjoyable time, right? But yeah, what are you thinking? What do you expect out of those first two episodes?
I'm hoping that it's going to be very playful, like you're saying,
Yeah.
that scene with the lightsabers, like showing us a little bit, and then like how you're mentioning, like there's no propaganda, like hey, join the Jedi. Like we don't know what like lightsaber sounds or battles or anything that's really going on. So it's all word of mouth. Like yeah, I saw this one time this Jedi whipped out a
Yeah.
lightsaber and turned it on, and it went whoa 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 whoa. Like
Yeah, exactly.
that's and then the little kid is like, yeah, my dad said he saw a light. Like
Mhm.
so that story is kind of cool and like how they're playing into that. So I want some of that playfulness of like seeing Star Wars through a character that's in the universe, seeing it through their eyes. So um, I think just from that little bit right there, we're going to get some of that. Hopefully, there's going to be a little darker tone in the background that we're going to see kind of where the story's going to go.
Yeah.
Um, and then obviously we have to get it all to Hondo taking over the show. So if we can do that,
Yeah,
it's
right.
going to be great. It's going to be great.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And again, definitely I think that's the biggest, how can we say it, the biggest ask or the biggest hope from the fandom is that Hondo, swoops in and steals the show, like you said, which he absolutely would. Don't get me wrong, like he would definitely like steal it. That's not even a question. um but yeah, I wonder how much we're gonna get to see in these first two episodes. My assumption is that they are at least gonna travel, right? Probably at the end of first episode, right? They're gonna be, the lost in space portion. So they're gonna be jetted out there to some unknown region. Uh, like I said, we don't get that many episodes, first of all. So I kind of do feel that the first episode has to cover that at least. And then maybe the second episode deals with, okay, where are they? I don't know if we're gonna see Jude Law much in those first two episodes. Maybe that's him, sweeping in on the last of the second episode. Um, but uh, I think we're gonna start to see some of the dynamic. Of course, first episode is gonna be about the kids, right? We have to learn where they are, their planet, their school, their interactions between themselves, blah blah. Like why are they friends, or why do they know each other? All that kind of stuff, right? Very much like Stranger Things. Like
I mean,
we gotta know the.
I was gonna say they could kill off Jude Law in the first 15 minutes. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, right. I mean, we've seen it before, so it's not like they're gonna shy away from it. But the the first episode, I'm sure it's gonna be more about that. And then the second episode, like I said, we'll probably see them running around, trying to find where they are, trying to uh, establish some sort of communication with anybody, right? That kind of stuff. So we might get to see a little bit of the unknown region where they're gonna be at. Um, it would be cool at some point. I think in the first two episodes, we might get a hint of where the galaxy is at, right at this point in the story. We know this is Mando timeline, right?
Timeline. Yep.
But are there whispers of the First Order already? Has anybody seen Thrawn, lately? Again, this show is not going to be about that, I think. But
Do you
hey,
think they'll do any type of little tie-in to it to be like,
you
in the
know,
background you might see like a,
yeah,
maybe not a necessarily a first order trooper, but maybe
right,
like a helmet that's being made, like
yeah.
there's a
See,
background or
that's
something.
that's what I was gonna say. Normally, I'm leaning towards a little bit. I don't really want to see too much connective tissue this time around, but in the promos, and again, sorry if you haven't seen him, but in the poster, there's X-wings, right? There's X-wings flying around. So I'm like, okay, to me, X-wings pretty much equals New Republic, right? And that's not necessarily true, right? Because X-wings, you can buy an X-wing, you being a third party, buyer, right? Like they're
Yep.
not exclusive to the how do you call it, to the New Republic, right? Um, so somebody else can get their hands on an X-wing if they really want to. But taking it at face value, I'm like, okay, well, it seems like the New Republic is doing something around these kids, right? Or on the planet where they are, or the one that where they're going. So that's why I'm like, okay, there has to be, right? I get that there has to be a little bit of connective tissue. I just, like I said, for this one specifically, I don't want it to be too much, like that it doesn't make sense.
I want it all in the
Uh,
background. I don't want them to bring it to the fore,
yes,
like as
exactly.
I'm
So
watching it and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
what was
but
that in the
if they do
background?
that, like, yeah, like imagine like somebody, making like a Star Destroyer, the new kind for the First Order, like somewhere in the background, like you said, just a new helmet for them, something like that, dude. That'd be very very cool. Imagine if we see somebody actually making like a Knight of Ren, helmet or something like that, dude. Yeah, that that would be pretty cool for sure. Um, but yeah, so I think these first two episodes will be a lot about introduction, obviously, a lot about discovery, right, of where we are, where we stand in the galaxy, in the timeline. I mean, well, and location wise too. And then they're gonna flip it, and they're gonna send us out, to wherever most of our adventures are gonna take place. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I feel that Star Wars projects are definitely slowing down, in next year. I think everybody here has seen it, but Andor season two, sorry, seems to be the only project, right? At least the only live action project for next year, which is kind of nuts.
It's gonna be the flagship for the year. So,
Yeah.
but I do think they've kind of, reined things back a little bit. I think they had to pivot after the Acolyte and kind of reassess some things. So I'm hoping that's kind of what the case is. And, obviously they want to put out money makers. They don't want to put out
Oh yeah.
duds. So, um, I mean, the show had highlights, but again, like we're not looking for pick and choose your spots of the show. We want everything to be home runs, and it's definitely
Right.
difficult to pull it off. But if they're, gathering the troops and like, hey guys, we got to circle back and figure some better things out, I'm all for taking a break,
Yep.
because I obviously want this franchise to keep on growing and be here for generations to come.
Very much so, right? So I mean, as a fandom, we keep saying that it's like, hey, don't put out just whatever crap, to fill up uh how do you call it, a release date or a release schedule, right? Like, oh, I got to put out 2 shows a year, right? um so we'll see. A lot of expectations are riding on Andor season 2, that's for sure. um but I think they're gonna met them. I feel like
The
they got.
trailer looked pretty hot and spicy.
Yeah.
I mean, just that little bit that we got, I was like, all right, got to go
Yeah.
watch season 1 again. Got to get
Yeah.
ready.
Exactly. Yeah, same, dude. I think I'll probably be doing that, next month. Just going through it. Maybe try to get to it like in a week or something like that. Like, just roll through all the episodes. Well, I say that, but it's like what, 12, 13 episodes. So maybe 2 weeks, right? But yeah, I agree. I think they might put us to the test, saying like, all right, guys, you keep saying we need to slow down, take more time for the story to actually put something right. We're actually gonna do it, and let's see, right? Let's see if Andor season 2 is enough to hold us up for an entire year, right? Because the other thing that I saw, and I've seen conflicting, not conflicting, sorry, but sort of different approaches to this news, that Ahsoka season 2 is the last for Ahsoka, right? The last season for Ahsoka. Now, that's what I
Do you
saw
really believe
first.
that though?
That was gonna say, that's what I saw first, right? Saying Ahsoka season 2 will be the show's last season, right? But then I saw something else on another post that to me it made more sense. It said Dave Filoni is writing Ahsoka season 2 as if it was the last, season. Um, kind of like saying, like, in case they don't get renewed for a third season. And I'm like, you know what? That to me makes a little bit more sense. Um,
Leaving
because
it open ended for another show, carry into a
exactly.
movie,
Yeah.
something. I mean, that's his baby girl. Like,
Oh
he
yeah.
ain't gonna let
No,
her
don't get
go,
me
and
wrong.
he's
Like,
he's the big
yeah,
dog
like
up there. You know what I mean?
Ahsoka, yeah, Ahsoka herself ain't going nowhere, right? Not for a while anyway. Um, but the show, right? Like the actual Ahsoka TV show. Maybe, I don't think it was an absolute, home run in terms of the numbers, like Disney Plus, wanted. I think it did very well, especially again compared to something like Acolyte. But again, I don't think, as it was going on, I don't think it got the the surge in viewership that Disney was hoping for. So maybe that's where they're coming from. They're like, you know what? Maybe from now on, we're gonna get, we need to get like a mixed pot of, hey, we need to throw, some Mandos, 1 or 2 episodes. Then we're gonna sprinkle Ahsoka, and then we're gonna bring in Ezra or Thrawn, right? And for good measure, we'll put just a little bit of Luke in there, right? So maybe it doesn't become like Mando season 4, Ahsoka
Just
season 3.
just a
It's just
sprinkle of Anakin.
exactly right. It becomes whatever Filoni wants to call it, show, and
Tales
and
of
they're
Star
all sort
Wars.
of in there. Yeah, exactly, right. I mean, something like that. And they're like, this way we guarantee that this show, which has everybody in it now, will be a home run, right? Like, it will be an absolute success. Again, I don't know. Like I said, I saw both those posts. I'm sure something was said, I don't know what explicitly, for the news to come out, right? But like I said, I'm leaning towards believing the second one, which is Filoni's planning to sort of wrap up the story with, that he wants to tell in season 2 of Ahsoka, right? If he gets season 3, well, I'm sure he'll, come up with a new story, right? But I would believe that he's prepared to sort of wrap it up, in that season 2. Um, Again, the character is going nowhere. Um, all right, so let me jump back here into the chat. Star Wars Gen, what's going on, man? Saying hello, everyone. I'm late. Nah, man, you're good. You're good. Just rambling on here. Rolando wasting no time and dropping gentleman's Instagram right there. Nate, what's going on? Saying Nate Inoho says the fandom is going to kill another show. Unfortunately, we might. I mean, like I said, we might. The only thing I can tell you is that there's definitely not nearly as much negativity for this show as there was at this stage with Acolyte, right? A week before heck,
It's my
yeah.
little brother.
Oh, no way. What's
Yep.
going on? We got the baby Vader in the house. I'm just kidding. Appreciate you, Nate. Thank you so much. Yeah, so, I mean, you guys remember a month before Acolyte premiere, there was a storm
Everybody was
brewing.
like,
Yeah, exactly. People were just not
burn it to
having
the
it
ground.
without a single episode being out. Um, I don't see that this time around. Like I said, what I hear
I think
for
a lot of
most of
people took kind of what we said
yeah,
and put the bar a lot lower. And I think
yep,
everybody's like, I'm just coming in just to see what's going on, no
yep.
expectations. And I think a lot of people did that because of Acolyte. So maybe Acolyte kind of helped out future projects because we expected it here and we got this.
Yes,
And now we're just like, well, we'll put it here and just leave it alone.
I think so. I think so. As a matter of fact, I think you hit it right on the head. Maybe Acolyte was sort of the how can we say it? Sort of the perspective, changer that we needed, right? Because again, now you look back on, I feel like the before Acolyte, maybe it was Book of Boba Fett, maybe it was the one
Oh, yeah.
that people, kind of crapped on the most, and then after that, I kind of feel it was Obi-Wan, which again, I love Obi-Wan, but anyway, um, and now people are like, you know what, that wasn't nearly as bad, they're like, that's actually pretty good now that I go back and watch it, right? And part of it is, of course, we've said it here. Part of it is binge watching something. It changes your
Yep.
your dynamic with it. But maybe part of it is, we got something bad or perceived it to be bad in Acolyte, and now we're at, all right. That's our new bottom, right? So everything else sort of like rose up after that. Um, so yeah, we will definitely see again. I'm gonna venture and say it's gonna be like a how do you call it? It's gonna be a mild success for Disney. Um, Skeleton Crew. I don't
Yep.
think they're gonna break records, um, one way or the other, right? Like they're not gonna break like, oh, a ton of people tuned in, but they're not gonna break the a ton of people unsubscribe or canceled, their subscriptions, right, because of it.
Unless Hondo
Um,
shows up and then it's a
and
home
then
run.
yes, that was gonna say, and then boom, off it goes. Which would be funny if they're scrambling to try to get him in there. Like they're like, oh, what do we think of that? And they're just like, put
Reshoot quickly.
exactly, just put him
CGI,
in CGI
AI him. It
everything
don't matter.
exactly. Yeah, right. Like just get the guy from the parks and throw him in there. Um, So, our brother Archer from Nerd Affiliated reminded you to please go ahead and smash that like button, everyone. We would greatly appreciate it if you do so. So we let the mythical, the finicky YouTube algorithm know that we are doing a good job here. Darth Angel says, "Oh, I think I'm arriving late." Nah, you're good, man. Appreciate you. Hyperspace says, "The X-wing had New Republic's blue market." I thought I saw that. Hoping it's Carson Tiva and a Delphi Rangers tie-in. That's what I that's what I first thought of too. But like I said, I'm trying. I'm trying not to set expectations too high on connections to the rest of the Mandoverse, right? Again, there has to be. I understand that they're all, in parallel, but I'm kind of hoping, right, that they keep him to a minimum, like to just the bare uh, necessary. Let's say the necessary ones are there. Rolando dropping Nathan Hossa's Instagram right there. So go follow the baby Bader. Appreciate you, Rolando.
It's
The
definitely
Archangel.
bigger on TikTok, I think. I don't know what his handle is on there. We're
Oh no way.
generations apart, so I think he's bigger
Yeah,
on TikTok. I'm bigger on Instagram.
I can't figure out TikTok, man. I might have to reach out to you, bro. Um, oh, Ricardo says my personal opinion is that the only way Disney can fix Lucasfilm is to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know because I feel that we all, or the grand majority of us, think that, right? But the other day I was thinking, what if they actually do it, right? What if they actually do it? They replace her with somebody else, and then it kind of still sucks, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know
what
how
then?
much power she has, but I feel
Yeah.
like it's a group project. There's multiple people involved in this. It's I mean, obviously she's spearheading, right?
Oh
Your
yeah,
your
absolutely.
name's on the front running of it, but
Yeah.
it's there's a whole bunch of people in there, and
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, is it just one person, or was that just a team effort
right
that just didn't
now,
hit? Because it
it
happens.
right now it may be that it's her and maybe like her immediate surrounding circle, right? Of producers, advisors, whatever they are. Maybe that, right? So maybe if we remove all of that, uh, small group of people, then we'll see a change. I just want to say that, guys, remember that every acolyte, you know, um, episode was read by Dave Filoni. So just kind of remember that, he was aware of what they were doing. No, he didn't write them, he didn't direct them, right? But I'm saying he was very much aware of you know what was going on, right, with acolyte. Like it wasn't like a super secret, one-off, project. Like, so I'm just saying he was involved. um Freeze is saying Ahsoka season 2 will lead into Heir to the Empire movie. I wish they would do an Heir to the Empire movie, man. I really do. um they're gonna do an Heir to the Empire movie, uh adapted, right? Adapted to what the Mandoverse is now. I read today that Dave's working on a new Mandoverse show that starts filming in late 2025. Mahler today was talking about it. Yes, I saw that too. And I know that it says Mandoverse spin-off. And I'm like, all right, we kind of have a few of those at this point, right? So I wonder if at some point the Mando, right, show has to end. Like at some point soon, I mean. And they're like, okay, we spun up Ahsoka, Boba Fett. I don't know what the next one could be. Let's say maybe something to deal more with the Jedi. Um, at what point does the main, uh, Mandalorian show become sort of like, I don't want to say unnecessary, but sort of like, okay, well, we're playing in all these sandlots, right? But should we shut down our old sandlot, where we started, to focus on the other ones? And I don't know.
I'm
I
assuming that's
mean,
what the movie's gonna do, right?
that's kind of what my feeling is too. I think they're gonna start wrapping up, uh, or shifting more into movies, and be like, all right, you don't get a season 4, but you'll get 2 movies, right? Let's say, and maybe that's the way to go, right? They can keep telling the story, but not having to worry about making a mini film every single episode, right? Um, Rolando saying hi to Ricardo and dropping his Instagram. Ricardo saying hi to Rolando. Thank you, my friend. Ultra Carter says, all right, guys, got to get my rest and be ready for Rock Toys Black Friday sales this Friday. See you guys next time. Appreciate you, Ultra Carter, man. And again, if you are close to Rock Toys, make sure you check out their Black Friday sale, or they do have an online code that you can use. So make sure that you are tuned in for that on Friday only. Okay. Another thing that I saw here, which as you know, I'm a PC gamer, and only in name, because I have no time to game anymore. So I just like to call myself that, to make myself feel a little bit better. But when I did have a little bit more time, I always played on the PC. So I saw this. Basically, Star Wars Hunters is coming to the PC early
Oh
next
yeah.
year. So I'm actually kind of excited about this one. I will be checking this out. Um, so Star Wars Hunters has been sort of living in our mobile, games, right? So it's out for Android and iOS. It's out for the Switch. I have not played it, but I heard it's not that great over on the Switch. But coming up here on January 27th of next year, so we got what, exactly 2 months actually from today.
Coming quick.
Yeah, yeah, in 2 months, it'll be coming up on Steam. So I think I'm gonna pick it up. I think I'm gonna pick this one up. I played a little bit on mobile. Like I said, I don't have that much time anymore um, to game, but I think I'm gonna try to jump back into it. Maybe in this long weekend, I'll do a little bit of gaming on the mobile just to get myself familiarized again. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this one, to it being on the PC, right? Now this does come with upgrades, right? So graphics will be upgraded, which makes sense. But yeah, I'm actually a little bit excited about this one. I didn't realize that it was actually first announced in 2021. I didn't realize that that was back
Dang.
when they first
Yeah.
announced, yeah, this one. So it's been out for quite a bit. Um, so yeah, make sure that you check it out. Again, it's free to download, obviously, on iOS or Android. So check out the game, and those of you who do have the Switch version, let me know, how is it. Is it pretty good? Because I didn't really hear much about it on the Switch. But again, if everything goes smooth, I'll probably pick this up, towards the end of January next year for the PC. And who knows, maybe we'll do a little bit of streaming, once we when
There
we,
you go.
s- we start playing it. So I love to see, PC gamers getting a little bit of love there. So I think that about covers it, guys. I'm trying to think what else we got. Um, Please remember about the giveaway. Make sure you enter rules in the post that it's on my Instagram, and it's also on Mike's Instagram, the Dad Vader. Check out your ICC hotel if you're planning on going. May 16th to the 18th. Hotel uh, block is up for reservation. Uh, Keep in mind, there's some pretty good shows next year, right? We got our friends
Oh
from
yeah.
Rebel ScomCon as well over in August. So here in Texas,
Definitely
um,
want to plug them for a second on their Friday night live
right?
toy. It's it's very different. They've got all types of stuff. They've got Lucy's. They've got new figures, old figures. They've got sealed stuff. Order 66 on Facebook. Every Friday they're doing these awesome sales. Stuff that you may not even know you need. They got it, and they have a blast. They go for a couple of hours showing everything. They put it up the next day to show different stuff that you can still claim. They're easy to work with. I picked up a few things. I've actually won a few things from their giveaways.
Nice.
But
Oh yeah,
super awesome people. So definitely it helps the Rebel Scum Con get the word out from there. Order 66. They're just great people to work with, and just check them out.
so there you go, guys. Make sure you check them out on Facebook. Again, that's where they do their lives on Friday night, right? So as you can see, plenty of us are already here following. So yeah, definitely check them out. These are the people, putting together the Rebel Scum Con. Also, here we go. Look at that. That's a lot.
Dude, they have that storage bin is full of stuff, and
Dang.
don't be confused by like some are in parts. They go through all the bins of they buy other people's collections that are getting out
Right.
of it. They pick up different pieces. They hold them till they get the complete set. Sometimes they may not find that piece, but you're
Sure.
needing that piece for your collection, and they got it.
Exactly.
So, like I said, every Friday they're doing something different, creative, and again, just wonderful people. And that's just a prime example of their previous sales. Like you name it, they've got a ton of stuff in there. Super, you know, fair on pricing
Nice.
on stuff that it may not be considered collectible or vintage. Like some of these figures are more kid like, but hey, maybe you collected that line and you're missing a mace
Exactly.
or something like. You might find it here.
Yeah,
They have
absolutely.
Black Series. They got tons of stuff. It's really fun, and it's a big community that gets together most Friday nights and just hang out and look at toys. That's what
Oh, I
we're all
like
about.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, make sure that you check out their lives Friday, and yeah, if you see something, pick it up. That does, again, like Mike mentioned, that does help um, to put together, right, Rebels ComCon, which we enjoyed quite a bit this year, and we are planning to go back next year, which is going to happen in August. Sorry, remind me the dates. It's
8th,
August.
8th and 10th of August
Yes, 8th
in
and
Frisco,
10th
Texas.
in Frisco, Texas. That's right. So we will be out there as well. So yeah, guys, make sure that you check them out. Oh, these are cool. Always like this, the diecast ones.
Mhm.
And 20
Still
bucks,
in
that's not bad.
box. Yeah,
I know.
still in box. They got
I
tons
love
of.
these.
They got man. They had a huge sale just recently on that, and tons of still sealed in the box stuff. And
Nice. Oh, I
uh,
like that.
yeah, I'm more leaning towards the more what do you call it? Where they're more their size is accurate to
Sure.
like other vehicles because like sometimes you'll see like
Ooh.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, no, I hear you. See, I'm a sucker for micro machines. I got no more space for them.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know, man. That's like my childhood right there. So I've got way more than I can display for micro machines. But I see something like that. I'm like, man, I kind of want another one.
I
So
mean, they've got Lucy's on them too. So like, even
yeah,
if you're like, all right, I don't want to display the box, but you see like, hey, there's a TIE Fighter X-wing that would be perfect for my desk at work. Like,
exactly.
and it's $8 or less. So that one right there, that is a really
Yeah.
interesting piece right there. It's from the vintage.
Yep.
Uh, I actually
It's
hit
from
up
the
Gabe because he recently finished off his collection. He doesn't have
yeah.
that one
Oh, really? Nice.
because it's technically not a part of the actual number collection because it came with a different piece. But a
Yes, it
lot of
came out
people don't have that one.
as part of the oh my lord, I'm blanking out. Why? Death Star. The Death Star playset.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so their
Very
pancakes,
cool.
$10 was an entry to get in, so you can win that for $10.
Dude, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
definitely not bad. That goes for quite a bit of money too.
Yep.
So if you can get it for $10, that's insane. So there you have it, guys. Make sure that yes, Kenner Death Star. Thank you, Rolando. Um, so yeah, make sure that you check them out. Also, like I said, we got plenty of good cons coming up. All right, last thing I just want to say is tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I just want to say I'm thankful for y'all. I'm thankful for for the Bunker Bunch. I'm thankful for all of y'all hanging out. Here, week in, week out, being here in the chat. I'm thankful for my partner here, Mike. Thank you for helping out. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for letting them know we're gonna be late today, or I was gonna be late today.
Nah, no worries.
So I always appreciate all the support, all the help. So yeah, guys, I'm very very thankful for you, for the community, um for all the time you'll take to watch our stuff, comment on our stuff. Very very much appreciative of that. And yeah, enjoy tomorrow, get some rest, um so that you can overeat. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. That's the whole point, guys. You gotta overeat if you don't feel morally bad, yeah, with yourself. At the end of the day, you're not doing Thanksgiving right. All right. So with that, I
Definitely.
bid you good night. Thanks to our friend here, Mike from the Dad Vader. Again, go follow him over on Instagram at the Dad Vader right there. Also check out General Kenobi's Bunker on Instagram. We are also on Facebook, General Kenobi's Bunker, all one word. We are also on TikTok at General_Kenobi's_Bunker. And we're also on Threads at general.kenobis.bunker. So please, please go ahead and check us out over on social media. Make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you have that notification bell activated so that you are, you guessed it, notified when we go live, when we make a new video. Oh, I forgot to say, new video today dropped for a quick toy hunt that I did over the weekend. Um, saw some cool stuff. Didn't pick up anything, but just because I'm really trying. I'm really trying to be good. Japan, I feel, is just around the corner, so I got to keep that
Definitely.
credit card healthy. But yeah, guys, I would greatly appreciate it if you go check it out here on the main channel. So thank you again. Thanks, Mike. Anything you want to say while we sign off?
Don't be a fool. It's not pumpkin pie. It's pecan pie.
Oh, there you go. Shots fired. I love it. All right, guys. So thank you again. Have a great day tomorrow. Have a great long weekend. Be careful if you're gonna go out there during Black Friday. People get a little bit crazy sometimes. So just keep your wits about you, and we'll be here next week so you can tell us all the regrets you have from purchasing way too many stuff. So thanks again, Bunker Bunch. Really, really appreciate y'all. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your week, and may the force be with you.